YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And in today's Madden 23 video, I'm going to break down the secret you can use to get the perfect pass protection in Madden 23. And you can use this tip to block all the best meta blitzes in the game from the dollar, 3-3 cub, etc. So, as we all know, this year's game is very frustrating because you can just come out and play block the running back, maybe use slide protect, and chances are, you're not going to get enough time because the O-line is just not very smart this year and the running back is not good at picking up blitzes either. This type of stuff is very common to where, you try to block the running back and you just don't get the time. So, how can we solve this and make sure that we know that on a consistent basis, the O-line and the running back will do the job that we want them to do? So what I'm going to recommend you guys do is find a play action play that you like in your playbook. I personally, in the Lions playbook in this video, so I'm going to just pick the PA boot over, and there's a few secret adjustments that you guys can do on play action plays that work way better than just standard, drop back passes. So I'm going to pick the same defense first. We're going to look at dollar. And guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how this tip can be applied to different formations. So how to block dollar, the 3-3 cub, pretty much all the meta stuff people do. So I would say that the dollar, the DB fire, the spinner defenses are still the most popular. And really what you're going to face on a game-to-game basis is people are going to go ahead, press their coverage, and take a sub linebacker and just kind of lurk over the guard. And what that does is that distracts the guard to make the guard think that you're blitzing. Now, generally, if you picked a regular passing play and did what I'm about to tell you, this would not work. But because we're picking a play-action pass, things are a little bit different. So you just can't pick any old play-action pass. The key is you need to pick a play-action pass where the tight end is on the line. So like the tight offset TE, unfortunately, that's not going to work the greatest. But bunch tight end, you guys see our tight end is lined up on the line in the stance with his hand in the dirt. So this is going to work really well from this play. So if you guys want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, whether you're new or not, show the love, smash the like button on this video, comment, all that stuff does help me out a lot as a content creator, and I really do appreciate all the support. So what you're going to want to do, once you pick the play action play, is go ahead and block the tight end and send the running back out on the route. Now this kind of makes your play design very versatile because we're still only having to block one guy, so especially if you have a hot route master, running back ability for extra hot routes, now you can put the running back on flats, Texas routes, ghost routes, really whatever you want. I really like doing the Texas route a lot. I think Texas routes are really, really good on this year's game. They beat man, they beat zone. It's one of my favorite routes to personally use. So we're just going to go ahead and snap the ball here. We'll show you some different ways to use this concept, but first I just want to show you how this does block the actual blitz. So if you snap the ball, you step up in the pocket, you can see that nobody came free right there, and I can just step up and make my reads. Now the thing I do want to note with this technique is you can't drop too far back in the pocket. Because still, on this year's game, if you drop too far back in the pocket, potentially somebody can come free, and it's just not good. So, first of all, just looking at the protection, you guys can see that the tight end, he kicks out to block the right slot corner on his side every time. And then we pretty much have a next man up where, each additional rusher gets blocked by the next guy. So, if you just scroll over to the left of the screen, you guys can see over here that especially when we step up in the pocket, those two defenders that are blitzing the edge rusher in the slot corner, they get blocked by the guard and the tackle, as you guys can see here, and we actually get a double team on the center. So everyone's doing their job right here, and I can easily step up into this pocket and make this throw. Everyone's accounted for. This is very consistent. I'll do this one more time, and then I'll get into some specific route combos you can use that are really, really good to beat the blitz, and then we're going to show you guys how you can use this to also beat other defensive blitzes like the 3-3 cub, etc. So just doing the exact same thing I did before. Again, we're just going to snap the ball, step up into the pocket, and once again, we have plenty of time. So I don't need any specific abilities to make this work. I do, if you play MUT, recommend using secure protectors on every O-lineman. You can get those for 0 AP, and they will make sure that your one-on-one blocks are blocked well and you don't get beat just by instant block sheds. But as you guys can see, this technique will allow you to have a clean pocket and nobody's going to come free, which is, as we all know, in this year's game is honestly extremely rare. So this setup I just showed you is really, really good, but honestly, you can make it a little bit better with your route combos. So one thing I like to do, especially against, cover 2 blitzers that run DB fire, is oftentimes I'll just go ahead and put the inside receiver on a post route and then do a little option route to my running back. So what's going to happen here is if they're in zone, the option route's going to be a curl. If they're in man, it's going to be an out. So especially if you have short and elite on the running back, this will make this really good. Then I can do like a flat motion in combo. And I want to just break down how this route combo works. Looking to become a better Madden player and win more games? Check out sportsgamers.com. I built sportsgamers.com from the ground up to give you the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks, all at the best price, bar none. We have a VIP membership that gives you access to the entire site, every ebook and every tip we release all year long for only $24.99. Click the link in the description. I've also pinned it in the comments, and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Again, you're going to get very good protection when you do this. You can make sure that when you set this combo up, you're going to get good protection because the tight end is blocking. You don't need to use any slab protection or any ID. The mic, just send this guy out of motion on the in route. And once again, we have all the time in the world to make that read. So if you go ahead and look at what happens on this play, you're going to see that the routes are really, really good against a zone blitz, because what happens is against zone, this little option route to running back is actually a hook. So it makes the defender come up and play it, right? Because if he doesn't, I can just throw it, get 5 to 10 yards. Because of that, this guy is going to be wide open. He's going to get between the zones in his little post. You guys can see here, if you look at the replay, we've created a triangle concept, which is always the best way to attack zone. Bam, with Keyshawn. This play right here, and this play, those three guys create a triangle. That's going to flood any zone, but it also is going to make the spacing good enough to where a user cannot lurk you. So, like, if they try to run with the post route with their user, because we have this flat, obviously the flat you have to guard over here is going to open up the in route. So, like, if this was the user right here and he ran with the post, we would just throw the in route coming back over the middle and get a nice, like, 10-ish, 5 to 10 yard minimum gain. So now I want to show you guys how this play can be utilized, and this concept can be utilized to block the 3-3 cub. The 3-3 cub is probably the second most common defense you're going to run into right now. People are going to run the Mike blitz 0. People are going to run cover 2. But, like, the blitz concept is pretty much the same regardless. People like to go like crash their line out and take the user and hover opposite the running back, kind of like this. Some people use contain, some people don't. But regardless, the pressure is basically the same. Now, if we go and block our tight end, you're going to notice that, again, we don't have to do any specific route combos, but just by blocking the tight end, we're going to get enough time here. If you guys can see here, all we're going to do is just step up in the pocket. And once again, we get plenty of time to attack the coverage, whether it's the Texas route, the slant, the crosser, whatever route combo we drop, we'll have plenty of time. Now, I do want to show you guys the same play I just ran, how it would work against man, because this actually will beat man too. If I put the running back on an option route, you guys will notice that he will be able to beat his man defender because it's actually going to turn into an out route. And when you have the short and elite ability, this out route will fry man coverage very, very effectively. Now, one thing I do want to note, when you are blocking the tight end, if you're going up against certain defenses, such as the 3-3 cub, where potentially you're having to block an edge rusher, you could actually put secure protector on your tight end as well to make sure you get better blocking, but it's honestly not that big of a deal. You don't have to do that. I personally don't, but it could make your blocking a bit better. The reason for that is some people will use actual edge rushers that get double or nothing. So if you do find someone with a double or nothing matchup to your tight end, you would need an edge protector ability, a secure protector ability to make sure he doesn't get beat like immediately on the block. Now, most people don't do that. Most people are just going to have regular safeties or slot corners blitzing you with no pass rushing abilities. And in that case, your tight end's going to do a fine job with no ability. But anyways, if you key in on the route here, you'll see this is easily able to beat the man. The post beats man too. So it's really just a simple read like that, who you want to hit. Now, I will say, if you know that they're playing man, instead of doing a motion in route, I would do a motion slant. Motion slants are just better at beating man than a motion in route. The in route is a little bit better at beating zone, but regardless, it's not a huge difference. But I will say, if I know for sure they're playing man, I'm definitely doing a motion slant, because as you guys can see here, motion slant will absolutely whoop and win immediately. Now, again, this is something that can be applied to beat any of the blitzes in the game that are popular right now. The 3-3 cub and the dollar are just most common. But as you guys can see, you get plenty of time to make your reads. If you enjoyed this tip, make sure to smash that like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.